Before we even open to Genesis, we need to answer one simple question. What even is the Bible? Most people know it's a holy book, but they don't really know what that means. So let's make it simple. The Bible is one big story. A story about God, humans, and how everything fits together. It's not a random collection of verses. It's a timeline, a journey, a relationship. And here's something most people don't realize. The Bible wasn't written all at once. It was written over thousands of years by over 40 different authors in different places, languages, and cultures. And yet, somehow, it all tells one connected story. That's because, at its core, the Bible is about God reaching out to people. Now, let's talk structure. The Bible has two main parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament, and in total, 66 books, 39 in the Old, 27 in the New. The Old Testament is everything before Jesus, the creation of the world, the story of Israel, God's promises. It opens with Genesis and closes with Malachi. The New Testament is everything after Jesus arrives, his life, his teachings, his death and resurrection, and the birth of the early church. It opens with Matthew and ends with Revelation. So when you put it all together, the Bible becomes a roadmap that shows where humanity came from, what went wrong, and how God plans to restore everything. And that's why Bible Laps exists, to walk you through that story, one lap at a time. So now that you know what the Bible is, let's finally open it. Lap 1 begins in the very beginning, Genesis, chapter 1. Genesis was written by Moses, shown to him by God, covering everything from the formation of the world to Moses' own time. And if you don't know who Moses is yet, don't worry, we'll get there. The very first line sets the tone for everything that follows. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Before anything existed, before light, before land, before life, there was God, and he spoke, and things came into being. The earth started as nothing, formless, dark, just water and silence, and God's Spirit moved over it. Then he said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Just like that. No struggle, no effort. He spoke, and reality obeyed. He separated the light from the darkness, called one day, called one night, and that was day 1. On day 2, he created space between the waters, a gap separating what was above from what was below. He called it heaven. On day 3, he gathered the waters and let dry land appear. Then he spoke again, and the earth broke open with grass, trees, and fruit, life before there were any living things to enjoy it. On day 4, he placed lights in the sky, the sun to rule the day, the moon to rule the night. Order was being built into creation. On day 5, the waters filled with creatures, the skies filled with birds, and God blessed them, told them to multiply, to fill the earth. And on day 6, he made us. God created man in his own likeness. Think about what that means. Out of everything he made, the oceans, the stars, the animals, only humans were made in his image. We weren't just another creature, we were different by design. He created male and female, blessed them, told them to fill the earth and rule over it, and then on day 7, he rested. Not because he was tired, because the work was complete, and he called that day holy. Now, Genesis 2 zooms in. It slows down and focuses on something the first chapter breezes past, the creation of humanity itself. God formed man from the dust of the ground, and then he did something he hadn't done with anything else in creation. He leaned in close and breathed life into him. That's intimate, that's personal. Out of everything God made, only humans received the breath of God directly. God planted a garden, Eden, and placed the man there. Every tree that was beautiful and good for food, a paradise built for him. But there was one rule, one boundary. From the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, do not eat, because the day you do, you will die. Then God looked at the man and said something that stops you in your tracks. It is not good for man to be alone. Everything up to this point, God had called good. The light good, the land good, the creatures good. But this was the first thing that wasn't. So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. And from his rib he formed a woman. And when Adam woke up and saw her, he said, "Now this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh." That's the first words of poetry in the Bible. Adam, a man who just named every creature on earth, finally found someone he recognized as his equal. And now we reach the moment that changes everything. Not just for Adam and Eve, for all of us. A serpent, described as more cunning than any creature God had made, approached the woman, and it asked a simple question. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Notice what the serpent did there. It didn't say eat the fruit. It planted a seed of doubt. It made her question what God actually said. The woman corrected it. We can eat from the trees, just not that one, or we'll die. And the serpent said, you won't die. God knows that the moment you eat it, your eyes will open and you'll be like Him. She looked at the tree. It looked good. It looked wise. It looked like something she wanted. She took it, she ate, and she gave it to her husband, who was right there with her, and he ate too. And the moment they did, everything shifted. Their eyes opened, but not in the way the serpent promised. They didn't become gods. They became ashamed. For the first time in their existence, they looked at themselves and felt exposed. So they hid. They covered themselves with leaves. And when they heard God coming through the garden, they ran. God called out, Adam, where are you? That question wasn't because God didn't know. God always knows. That question was an invitation, a chance to come clean. God came to Adam first, and instead of honesty, Adam pointed a finger. The woman you gave me to be with me, she gave me the fruit, and I ate it. Did you catch that? He didn't just blame Eve, he blamed God, the woman you gave me, as if God himself was responsible for what happened. Then God turned to Eve, and Eve did the same thing. The serpent deceived me, and I ate it. The serpent made me do it, not my fault. 3 people in a garden, 3 chances to take responsibility, 3 refusals. And so God spoke, and the consequences came. He turned to the serpent first. Because you have done this, you are cursed above every creature. You will crawl on your belly, you will eat dust all the days of your life. Remember, before this moment, the serpent stood upright, beautiful, dignified. Whatever it was, it would never be that again. Brought low, literally. Then God said something to the serpent that carried a promise hidden inside a curse. I will put hatred between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. Her offspring will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. For a beginner, mark that line. That is the very first hint in the entire Bible that someone is coming to fix what just broke, the very first whisper of hope hidden inside a curse. We will come back to this moment many, many laps from now. Then God turned to Eve. I will greatly increase your pain in childbirth. In pain you will bring forth children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. The relationship between man and woman, designed in the garden to be equal, complementary, recognizing, now carries struggle in it, not because God wanted it that way, but because something broke. Then God turned to Adam. Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree I commanded you not to eat from, cursed is the ground because of you. In toil you will eat from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you. By the sweat of your face you will eat bread, until you return to the ground. For from it you were taken. You are dust, and to dust you shall return. The ground, the same ground God formed him from, the same ground he was placed in paradise to tend, would now resist him. Every meal earned through struggle, every harvest fought for, and at the end of it all, death, the thing God warned them about in the beginning. It was real. And then, quietly, in the middle of all this, Adam did something unexpected. He named his wife. He called her Eve, because she would be the mother of all living. Even in the wreckage of what just happened, life was still the direction they were moving. Then God made garments of animal skin and clothed them. The fig leaves they sowed in panic, replaced by something God made himself. Even in judgment, he took care of them. But they could not stay. The man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not reach out and take from the tree of life and eat and live forever. So God sent them out of the garden, east of Eden, into the world they had chosen. And at the entrance of the garden, God placed cherubim, angelic guardians, and a flaming sword turning in every direction. The way back was closed. Paradise lost. This moment, what theologians call the fall, is the hinge point of the entire Bible. Everything before it is paradise. Everything after it is the story of God trying to get humanity back. The rest of the Bible is the answer to this chapter. Time passes. Adam and Eve have 2 sons, Cain, a farmer, Abel, a shepherd. Both brothers brought offerings to God. Abel brought the best of his flock. Cain brought produce from the ground. God accepted Abel's offering. He didn't accept Cain's. The Bible doesn't spell out exactly why, but what happens next tells us everything about Cain's heart. He didn't ask what he did wrong. He didn't try again. He got angry. And God came to him, not to condemn, but to warn. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you don't, sin is crouching at your door. It wants you, but you must master it. Cain didn't listen. He called his brother out to a field and killed him. And just like in the garden, God came asking questions. Cain, where is your brother? And Cain said, with breathtaking coldness, I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? He was. He should have been. That's the whole point. God heard Abel's blood crying out from the ground, and Cain was cursed, driven away from the land, away from God's presence, a wanderer. He went east of Eden, built a city, named it after his son, started a civilization born from pride, jealousy, and murder. Think about what that means for the world that was just beginning to form. But the story doesn't end there. Adam and Eve had another son, Seth. And from Seth came a line of people who did something Cain's line had stopped doing. They called on the name of the Lord. 2 civilizations, 2 directions, and humanity, barely a few chapters old, already standing at a crossroads. In just 4 chapters, we've gone from nothing to everything, from paradise to exile, from the first breath of life to the first act of murder. The Bible doesn't ease you in gently. It drops you right into the deepest questions humans have ever asked. Where did we come from? Why is the world broken? And is there any way back? We're only at chapter 4, and already the story is pulling you forward. Next time, we follow what happens to the world that's now been set in motion, a world east of Eden, trying to find its way. If this helped you see the Bible differently, even just a little, that's exactly why Bible Laps exists. Subscribe so you don't miss the next lap. And if you know someone who's always been curious about the Bible but never knew where to start, send this to them. This story is for everyone. See you on the next lap.